because the little fucker's recording his album. Isn't that adorable? Anyway, so with me this week, we have the super funny, amazing goddess, queen, comic, one of my favorite people in the world, one of my favorite comics of all time. Tammy Pescatelli is joining us this week.
Hello, my friend. I scream like an old lady in Miami. Hello, friend. Hello. Hello. Merry Christmas. Happy Festivus.
I like how you lean into the mic like an old lady.
Hello. That's
like
it. Hello. Like that's, I'm just trying to, you know what I'm doing? I'm doing every single one of the people who were over 70 who we've had to talk to through Zoom. You know, can you see me? Hi.
Like, hi, is this on?
Hello? Is that you? Hi, Christy.
It's so bad. And they're like, I don't even know if this is on. Can you see anything? I can't see anything. It's like, get out of here, Grandma.
This damn thing. I can't. Call your father. I don't know. I can't with this. Zoom. I don't have Zoom.
Zoom, where are we going? Everybody's Zooming. Nobody's going anywhere.
The blue pill makes him Zoom.
Oh, how you doing?
You look gorgeous.
Oh.
The pandemic has been good for you. You've always looked gorgeous.
Oh, stop.
One thing.
You like my decorations for the show?
Yes, I love how I thought Bloomberg did that for you. I thought that came down and gave everybody extra because he doesn't like the stimulus either. So I thought he gave everybody some little extra Christmas kringles.
You know what? If Bloomberg showed up my door with a little extra little kringles, I would give him a lot of extra kringles. I would bloom his burg. All right.
How many people are there anymore downtown?
I'm in Midtown. There's still a lot of people because we're too poor to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Hi, how are you? $600.
Yeah. Yeah, you're in Midtown. That's right, because you're right there by the dark lights of Broadway.
Dark lights. No one's on Broadway.
My Caroline's date, December 17th, got rescheduled.
I'm turning off the Christmas lights.
17th, 2021. A year later.
Oh, well, no time like the present.
Yeah. I go. I don't even. Okay.
Look, see, I just got my lights cut off. I couldn't pay my Con Ed.
Too bad that's $600 didn't show up.
Rude. That's Rude. Amazing. A whole year later. What did Lewis just take the calendar and go, okay, just add a 1 to it?
Everybody's like, just, I never used to even schedule things that far because I used to never think, hey, I might not be alive, but for real now, I might not be alive. That's why I put makeup on so the funeral director has an outline in case I kill myself today.
Yeah. Well, I saved the funeral director some time. She looks like a dead body in a coffin. Look at that makeup.
Have you ever gotten out of shape? Like I've gained so much COVID weight that if I want to slip into something more comfortable, it's going to have to be the dark. So what about you? Like, have you gained any? You don't gain an extra pound. You are amazing.
Do. That was for your. I lost a lot of muscle from not working out. Okay. And my body I was in a lot of pain from just sitting. You know, I'm not used to sitting at a computer 8 hours a day. So my quarantine was spent learning how to do all this shit, learning how to use OBS, StreamYard, Zoom, editing programs, doing all this fancy shit and overlays. I'm learning new tech lingo. Now I am my own sufficient studio because I can't go into a studio anymore. Right. So I had to bring the studio. I had to bring it on home. Yeah, like a home gym. Yeah, this is great. And now I have everything in my house. So I'm like, oh, well, then but my body got really stiff and it was a lot of bad shit. And I gained weight through the midsection. I lost size. So now that I've been back in the gym since like the middle of September, I'm starting to feel like myself again. Like I had to, build myself back up. It came back pretty fast, strength wise. That was my biggest concern. But I have a lot of cortisol in my stomach. Like I have extra weight in my stomach from all the stress and the cortisol buildup.
That's what I'm telling people.
Yeah.
About me. But I know it's real. It really is
true. Yeah, no, when your body's under duress, your body produces a chemical called cortisol. It's belly fat.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have enough problems, and now I have to have belly fat on top of it.
I know, at least make me hot and thin during quarantine so somebody will want to take me out for a socially distanced dinner outside in the cold.
I don't even want
Something.
to go out on a date with anybody, but I'd like to be able to fit in my pants, for God's sake. Is that, if I'm gonna die, I don't want to die. Well, I might as well die fat, I guess. There's no point. I might as well eat. I do that, what's it called? Intermittent fasting, where I eat for 8 hours, and then the next 16 hours I throw up everything else that I cheat with.
Hey,
So
I did intermittent fasting not on purpose because there was no food on the shelf. So I had to intermittent fast. Like, oh, well, I guess I'm not eating today because that's empty.
oh, love.
So speaking of you being amazing, dude, you had a fucking tweet go viral yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't mean that to happen.
Oh, stop. You so humble.
Well, I really didn't. I'm shocked. I don't even know how it did, because I literally didn't even put one hashtag in it. I've been trying to get tweets to go humble. I've been trying to get tweets to go viral for years and years. You know,
Right.
every once in a while I've had one or two, but this one went cuckoo yesterday, and I don't even know how. But I was just pissed because I had gotten a call from a network exec who wanted to talk to me. I have whatever ideas you have. Let's talk. And now they do it on Zoom calls.
Of course.
So we have this Zoom call, and I'm like, okay, this is great. And I'm having, I think, a great meeting because it's the exec and like 4 other people from that network in the room. And then all of a sudden one of them goes, oh my, well, you know, I had never even heard of you before. I'm not familiar. I don't know your work. Why the fuck would you take this? Can I say that?
Yeah, honey, have you seen my act?
Like, why the fuck would you take this call with not taking 20 seconds to Google me? When they said who was going to be in the meeting, I did. I Googled them. It's called due diligence. It's called business. And even if you don't know me, and that's okay, just keep your mouth shut. You were almost out the door. You got to keep talking. You got to keep talking, Spider. Like, I'm on the pay me no mind list. I was so pissed. So the tweet that I said was something to the effect like, look, what she had also the audacity to say is, but you know, I'm a comedian myself a little bit. I'm really in comedy. I'm in comedy.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I hate those people.
You're in comedy? And
really?
Like, I don't expect the whole world to know who I am. I'm not that narcissistic. I know what I do. I know who my audience is. I know who my demographic is. But you want to tell me that you're in comedy, and I've been doing this 26 years. And listen, bitch, there were only about 40 female comics working until about 8 years ago, 10 years ago. So, and I was one of them. And you telling me you're in comedy and you didn't know me? It's rude. Don't tell me you're in comedy. I'm done with you.
It just,
so that's what I said.
It's bullshit. It was total line of bullshit. Well, I'm in comedy. No, you're not.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Nobody says that. Yeah, nobody says that.
And that's what the tweet was. I think I said, I'm not a
do you want to do you have a screenshot of the tweet to put up?
Yeah.
I can put it in.
Yeah.
All right, sure, so I'm gonna cut to it. All right, I'm gonna cut to it right now. So read it to everybody also.
Okay, hold on. Let me read it to everybody so you can hear it in my voice, because after I talk about it, I read it to you. I'm going to tell you some of the stuff that, you know, the funny thing is tweets go viral and 98% is positive. And then the longer it takes them to stay hot, that's when all the haters come in.
Absolutely.
The first half of the viral is all good and supportive and everything.
Of course.
So I said, I have to be clear on this part of me. I wasn't prepared, even though they called me a narcissist.
Oh, I'm so blasting them.
Yeah. Okay. This is what I said.
Okay.
I'm not a famous comedian. I'm a working comedian. 26 hard years. I'm not a host. I'm not a household name. I'm not a hoe. I'm not a hoe. So
you put the hoe in household. Just say that.
I'm not a household name, but I've done every single thing on a checklist to be one. And I appreciate where my career is. But if you say that you're in comedy and you've never heard of me, you really aren't in comedy. That's it. That's what I said. I said what I said. Okay?
I said what I said.
That's it. I got no apologies. I mean, that's what I mean. So don't tell me how much you're in comedy. It's not even shade, right? That's the truth. Those are hashtag facts. Okay.
Yeah. But the truth, shade comes from the absolute truth. That's how you shade
bad. And I said what I did say is when it kept going, people kept going, of course, there was a ton of support.
Of course. Yeah.
And there was a guy who said to me, I know your name because you fell asleep at Cosby's party and I took advantage of you after he was done.
Oh, that's hot. Oh, is he single?
So I retweeted him and said, I remember you. You were the one with the micro dick. And
I didn't wake up because I didn't feel anything.
Right.
Fucking asshole.
How do I know? And I said, when this guy accused this, I'm not sure, and I'm no shade. They said they had a vagina, but they didn't give me a pronoun. So let's just call this comedian. And that's not shade. I just didn't. I don't have a pronoun of reference.
Right.
So this comedian was 7 years in the industry and hadn't heard of me, which is completely fine, but really took it personal. Like, oh my God, what a narcissist you are. And you invalidate my career because I don't know. It just really is crazy. And it's the height of narcissism. And I tried to be nice. And then finally I said, let me be clear. It's not narcissism to be confident and know your worth. It's just that most of the time when women actually do, they call us bitches.
That's true. And also people interject their own ego into shit that has nothing to do with them.
That's it. This wasn't about you. I didn't know you.
Yeah. Was her name put there? Was that person's name? No. So suck it. Suck it.
I didn't even know you existed 36. And then I'll know who you are. And by the way, if I was 7 years in and they were like, they were like, we've been, I've played all right. I've played all the famous comedy stores in LA or comedy clubs in LA. And I'm like, well then bitch, you should have known who I was because my picture's on the wall. My name's on the wall.
Yep.
Take a look. You should know who came before you. Yep. I'm not saying you have to give reverence or bow down. I'm not saying that. You don't have to think I'm funny, but you should know who came before you. Who broke down those walls in order for you to be here.
Yep. And on that note, let's really start some Hollywood shade. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
So it's time to pour the celebrity.
Okay, I'm putting my peeds on.
Put them on.
I'm gonna put it on here. What if I do this? That looks cool. I'm gonna do a bead mask. Wait. I have a second. Hold on.
Oh Lord.
Since we're doing celebrity, I decided I have to do this. It'll be worth it, trust me.
Oh, everything in this world is worth it.
It will be worth it. In between.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tammy's doing wardrobe change.
Well,
oh, I should have got my tiara. I would have totally worn my tiara.
I'll put it up as a tiara. I got no problem with that. Listen,
I just bring this with me. This is
I've been watching
tiara.
the Tudors. I'm ready to put tiaras on.
Hello. All right, are you ready?
I'm ready. Here I go.
All right, let's get into celebrity, baby.
I'm here. Let's do it.
All right, so our first story is hilarious. Speaking of going viral, Smokey Robinson went viral with his cameo wishing somebody a happy Chanukah.
Yes, and I happened to do a Zoom show that day for a group of people in Israel. And I slayed poor Smokey Robinson. I put the fire out on Smokey. Listen, it's not honey, baby. I know you're in Detroit, and I know that the exhaust fumes have gotten to your head, but bitch, you're in show business. You don't know Hanukkah? I mean, come on. Like, come on.
You don't have a manager or an agent or a fellow singer or an actor that you've ever met? Wow.
Right. I mean, anything? Come on. Let's get this straight.
I give a happy Chanukah. He was so excited about it.
And so sweet. You know what it is, though? This man has been famous since he was a baby, okay? No one taught him how to read. He does not have to read like they did back then. Let's be honest. Barry Gordy did not send those children to day school.
No.
Didn't do all that. They didn't do it as stars back in that time. They said Judy Garland couldn't read, right? Nope. Judy Garland, because they didn't send her. Elizabeth Taylor didn't know how to read.
Oh, so she didn't have to with them big ass titties. She didn't have to read. Hello.
She did not just flash those little eyelashes. She didn't know how to read, but she sure could count carrots.
She could count carrots and suck. Crazy. She could count carrots and suck some good dick because that bitch had everything. She had like 18 husbands, you know, a diamond mine, perfume.
Right. When you get your own perfume after you've been married 8 times,
either your pussy stank or you the bomb.
I love me some Elizabeth Taylor. So.
Oh, I live for Elizabeth Taylor.
Right. Let's take it down. Okay.
She did. She can't kick your ass. Leave it on, girl. I love it. I love it.
It broke this bitch. Of course. One time I need it.
Of course. Well, you might want to need it for this next story because this is just straight up nasty.
Uh-oh.
Nasty as fuck. Anthony Davis shocks fans with disgusting act during Lakers game. Did you see this? This motherfucker was sitting on the bench trimming his toenails during a game.
First of all, people are too intense looking at stuff. People look at stuff like this. They watch everything. They get their monocle out. They're watching. They're all in everybody's business now, catching everything. Now, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis may not have been able to get a pedicure because I have not been able to get a pedicure in Pennsylvania. They have closed. They still haven't reopened all that stuff.
Really? Oh, I've gotten
a little bit. Right. But Pennsylvania shut down again. So perhaps that man, and I don't know if you ever had your toes grow against your sneakers, but it hurts.
Yeah.
It really hurts. Now, you could have taken your ass back into the locker room and trimmed your toenails in front
of. Or did this shit in the car or did it at home?
Correct. However, I once was on a plane. And I swear before God, I wish I would have had a phone because I would have recorded it. But back then we weren't recording everything. I saw a bitch biting her toenails.
Oh, that's so hot. Say it again. Oh, say it again.
Biting her toenails. Literally. Gnawed on them like a bit. I was like, and I made a point to just stare right at her. I just that whole.
Did the old lady stare on the camera?
It's like, I'm like, if you're going to do it, I get to watch you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. It was gross. I don't know why someone...
There's a time and a place for everything. We've all been through shit. We've all had to go without. And your motherfucker got money. Don't you have some hoes you can pay to have your toes did in your apartment while she's sucking your dick? Come on, dude. You're fucking NBA, bro.
I'm just saying. That's what halftime is for.
You're black, good looking. You could get some Kardashian ass in there to fucking trim your nails. Hello.
If crackhead Lamar Odom didn't do it on the bench, you don't need to do it, Anthony Davis. Although, let's just also remember, if anybody who doesn't know who Anthony Davis is, he's also the one with the unibrow. So...
He's worried about his toes and he's got all that going on. That's my point.
I guess it's Clippers or tweezers. Bitch, you chose wrong.
You're on the wrong team. You should have been on the Clippers. Then it would have made sense. I'm stupid.
The little microphone goes to you. That's I give you this. That's
I love that little microphone. That is everything. That is everything.
It's the only thing you want, Minnie.
Do you though?
Yes, I just pull it out everywhere.
It's cute.
At any point, it's from Crackers in Indianapolis that hasn't booked me in 12 years. So fuck you.
Because they got all little microphones.
No, this was cute. This was a New Year's Eve.
Aw.
It was the New Year's Eve that my brother left his first wife. So I was able to write my joke that changed my life. That first voice joke that was actually in my voice. That's right. They had been married for 3 months, and I had said, maybe you guys shouldn't get married. They'd only been dating a year. They were young, 21, 22. Right. I said, why don't you guys just wait, be engaged for a while? I was 27. She said to my mother, not to me, because she did not have much. She knows not to say it to my face.
Right.
We would have been like, you think those...
it would have been her funeral instead of her wedding. You would have
had to have a riot and march for her because... but she said to my mother, she's almost 30 and not married. She's jealous. So when that bitch and their relationship broke up, the first joke I ever wrote that really was in my voice, I said, in our family, we tell the truth. If you're an idiot, we call you an idiot. If
I remember this joke.
We call you a dirtball. If you're a whore, we call you my brother's wife. And I did it on the Tonight Show. 3 weeks after they were separated, she had a little party because she wanted to play big shot. It wasn't about me, but
it was all about her, of course.
And like she knew someone on TV. And when I did that joke, I heard that she immediately started crying and ran into her room and then tried to sue me. But she was a whore, so there's
karma, chameleon.
Sing it, baby.
And speaking of bitches who need to shut the fuck up and get the fuck out, Vanessa Bryant claims her mom is trying to extort the family with a lawsuit. Did you hear about this?
Okay, yes. Now let's talk about it I can see both sides. I'm going to tell you why. Okay?
Do it.
All props to Kobe and his children, and I know Vanessa has went through a lot. Okay? But Vanessa has a problem with parents because she didn't like Kobe's parents.
True.
Them out. Right? Mm-hmm. Kobe's parents didn't even sit next to their grandchildren that were left at the memorial thing, right? Mm-hmm. And her mother clearly has been living with them to whatever degree.
Yes, she has.
She clearly has. I don't know what Vanessa's mental thing is. I get it. I'd be cutting bitches off left and right. I'm sure she's not. But I also think that her mother is a thirst queen in of herself. Mm-hmm. To make it public, it's so dumb. You know what's going to happen. And she's also really stupid because no one, just what I just said is the nicest way someone's going to get at Vanessa. Like, no one's going to go worse than that.
Nope.
No one will say shit about Vanessa because people feel so bad for her.
No, they're all going to take Vanessa's side and they're all going to gang up on the mom. I see both sides too, because the mom has been helping out and she's been completely, on the fact that she's, probably helping her out since Kobe's died, even before, with the kids and all this shit, how moms are.
Yeah.
And now that Kobe's gone, like Vanessa's just cutting everybody out because she probably thinks everybody's after the money and everybody's after her. She doesn't have Kobe to shield her. And Kobe's, a good dude, and he was probably going to take care of everybody for the rest of his life because that's what he would have done. Right. And now she's claiming, he promised me that. Now you're cutting me off. Like, well, bitch, you should have pocketed some of that little cash money he'd give you during the week and make it.
It's so crazy. Like, you see it on both sides. I mean, really, it's truly one of the ones that you just go, man, like, it's hard to be iced out and then with literally nothing because you've been living like such a big, heavy baller. You know what I mean? So I see both sides, but also Vanessa could have just give her some money and tell her to shut the fuck up and go away. Like, why did she really must be playing hardball? I mean, really, because Vanessa has the dough that she could have given her, a couple $100,000 and sent her on her way and said, don't ever come at me again for nothing.
Yeah, and it could have been. So who knows what she did to get to that point for Vanessa to go, fuck you, bitch. You don't get nothing. Right. So the mom, because there's never, everybody's like, oh, I'm so innocent. Oh, I'm a victim. Really? What did you do to get, you always have to break shit down to find out if they're truly a victim and if they're truly have 100% at stake in the sense of I'm putting everything on the line because this is what's real and this is facts and I'm just laying it out there. Or do you instigate shit? Are you one of those passive aggressive bitches that likes to start shit and then cry victim? What is it? We don't know because we're not behind those doors. So right. We don't know the truth, but it sure is fun to make fun of.
It sure is. Listen, I watched this show. I never watched it till this year, Real Housewives of Potomac. And there was this girl who used to be Miss USA.
Yes.
And she has a mouth on her. And one of her friends just got tired of her mouth, and she put a beat down on her. Now, we shouldn't condone violence. I get it. But sometimes you can only take, I'm only going to be so many bitches. Okay. And it happens, right? And then now she's crying like she's a victim, but her mouth is still running, Miss USA. Her mouth is still running. And you're not a victim then, because victims shut the fuck up. If you were really hurt and you were really traumatized, you wouldn't be saying shit. I used to get you. We've all had those situations. You and I mean, I had that violent boyfriend that everybody handles it different, but I didn't say shit for days because I knew he would beat me, right?
Yep.
And that's what made me strong, because I overcame that situation. But like, you gotta know. And I'm shocked that Vanessa's mom isn't just writing a book. I mean, bitch, that's what you gotta do. That's your money.
That's your money. That's your payout. That's your fucking paper, is writing a fucking book. That shit will be on the fucking bestseller list for years, because everybody's going to want to find out behind the scenes with Kobe and Vanessa through the mother's eyes, because that would be a fucking killer book. That's what I would have shut my mouth if I was her, wrote a book and said, deuces, see you on Christmas.
That's right. And they can't really stop it. I mean, no matter what, even my friend Kim Goldman and her father couldn't stop OJ's book. They just got to retitled it, that If I Did It. And then
that's my favorite title. It's my favorite title ever. That is the greatest title.
What a dumb motherfucker. Really. I mean,
if I did it.
He's so dumb. Even they couldn't stop that. So there's you can have all the injunctions you want, but if it's your story, that's what's beautiful about this country, is you get to write it from your perspective. It's
your truth. So it's your experience.
Right.
Whatever, write it. Even if it's fake, I still want to read it because I live for that shit. I got $2 right there. $2. Do I see three? $2.50. All right. $2.65. $2.71. No, put them right here. Put them right here.
Over my boobies.
Then you can get $5.
Listen, do you know where my boobies are? They're not up there anymore.
All right, then stand up and show me.
Lift my leg up. They're underneath.
I'm sitting on my nipple.
My tits look like scrotums.
Oh, that's so hot. Say it again. Say it again. Say it again. Speaking of tits who look like scrotums, comedian Eddie Izzard is now using she and her pronouns.
Good.
It's about fucking time.
First of all, she is hilarious.
She is everything.
She is not the most attractive woman in the world, but
she should lie about her age. She should say she's 81, so she looks great.
She is brave and powerful and hysterical, and I'm so glad that she is comfortable. I will say this, and it's a little bit controversial, but I love that she wasn't comfortable in her own skin, because it made for great hilarity. So now I
made her special.
Yeah. So now I hope that she's able to transition her act as well as herself.
She will, because remember, a lot of her act in the beginning, she's like, I'm a cross-dresser. I like women's clothes. I wear makeup. I have a wife. I have kids. He had that all incorporated. So I think for him, it's going to be a very easy transition, because he never hid this before. Her girl, bitch, I'm 50. I'm working on the pronoun shit. Help a bitch out. Give me 5 minutes to figure it out.
No, that is the truth. And that I just had, I just shot that thing with Jay Leno, and Jay was telling me that he took a lot, because we were talking about getting in trouble for jokes, and what I've been through and all the craziness. Yeah. And he told me that he took so much heat for a joke that he did on about Caitlyn, that he had actually cleared with Caitlyn. Okay. Right. Called Caitlyn, said, I'm doing this joke. And the joke was, Caitlyn Jenner has a new book out about her life. It's a he said, she said. And people were I know.
That's great. Oh my God, that wins.
And he said, he's like, I got so many like people were calling me transphobic and stuff. He said, not only did he clear with Caitlyn, but that's really what the book, if you read the book, the first half was Caitlyn as Bruce.
Yeah, it was Bruce. The second half is Caitlyn. Yeah.
Right. So it really was a
brilliant.
So,
it's brilliant.
Of course.
And Caitlyn's got a good sense of humor. Come on.
Phenomenal.
Come on. She's like, I think it's a really great joke. I think it's tremendous. I think it's swelly written. I really like the joke because the first half of my book's about Bruce, you know, because I was Bruce, and now the second half is about Caitlyn. So I think it's a really great, clever idea. It's he said, she said. You get it? Because it's he, and then it's a she. See how that works? It's all about the pronouns. I'm a he said, she said, and it's brilliant. Jay, I applaud you.
That's you are great. I love it. I love your Caitlyn. That's awesome. That's awesome.
So I live for Eddie Izzard, and bitch, let's go to Sephora, ho, and get some fucking
yeah. I mean, good for her. We love you.
Love you, girl.
Be you. Own your truth. Own your own life.
Okay. So speaking of owning your truth in your own life, HBO Max will also put Chappelle's show at Dave Chappelle's request. Pull it out.
Yes, I get it. And I love Dave. And
Me too. Love.
And they literally have taken advantage of comedians. So that now looks like a news thread I was trying to do about.
Let's let it go.
I'm gonna hang myself because I'm over this whole thing.
I'm trying to keep you. Don't jump off the bridge. Don't jump.
I won't jump there because I'd land in Staten Island waters. I might
jump
over there.
Ooh. Yeah, land over here, please. Thank you. Thank you.
But I will miss Chappelle's show until it gets to its proper thing. But it's true. They take advantage so much. So much.
Unbelievable. The comics are like the Hunts Point prostitutes of the entertainment world.
Okay, here's a perfect example. I'll tell you about some tricking days. I, about 6 years ago, was involved in this crazy lawsuit where I had to sue on behalf of all comics because there was, do you remember when the internet was having these things where for $1.99 you can download all these greeting cards?
Yes.
Print out your own greeting card, right?
Yes.
Well, these bitches were stealing our jokes and quoting us.
Yes. Now, I remember that.
I was really good friends with Jenny McCarthy and Donnie Wahlberg, and I was talking about it, and Donnie goes, well, when they do that for us, but they quote us and they either give us money, you know, he goes,
right,
or they at least can give you advertising, because this company had 5 million built-in followers at the time, which again 6 years ago was huge.
That was huge 6 years ago.
And they were making $1.99 per person and using some of our content, comedians in general. We say us, not like I'm full of people. So I had I reached out. I had a publicist reach out, say, these are my jokes. You're using my jokes and you're making money off of them. They wrote back and said, we don't have any record of it. I go, really? That's weird, because here I am on the Tonight Show the first time doing that joke. Here I am on the Tonight Show the second time doing that joke years ago. So yeah, there's your proof of them. And now that they're in, that's the beauty part, is now that they're in video form, that's the transcript. Okay.
Yep.
The SAG has a transcript of every television show. So I had to sue them. And they were like, for money? And I go, no, for credit. So then if they stole, I sued for $1, cost me 10 grand to make $1, but everybody got credit. So now if they took your joke, they had to credit you because it's at least worth it. Albert Einstein, they quoted, right?
Yeah.
John F. Kennedy, they quoted. I'm not saying we're Albert Einstein or John F. Kennedy, but if you're using my joke, if you're talking about your sister-in-law's a whore, bitch, you better quote me.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost like remember when the fat Jewish was stealing all of our shit? That fucking idiot Instagram guy.
You were calling Amy Schumer that. I didn't know what you meant.
That's what I'm talking about. Your microphone cut out.
Oh shit! Oh god! good. That's why I'm good. This is
dun, 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 dun.
I'm good, bitch. I'm good.
Wonder Woman.
This is old too, by the way. This is like super old. It was because I
Do you remember wearing those and then putting your tongue through it and go
yeah,
out
this is from 1976.
Oh, that's hot.
Right? And it was $1.19 in 1976.
So was I. Hey-oh.
Small input. What are you gonna do?
That was a good line. All right.
We needed that. Even if you people didn't like it, we don't care.
If you driving in my car, if you go that way. If you go up, you can go to the right. So, speaking of the whole comedy scene, comedy club owner Donnie Zoldan says NYC is only aiding high culture spots. Now, Donnie has been after everybody, like SNL, the governor, everybody. He's been after because he's suffering. We're all suffering.
Desperate times call for desperate measures. Yeah. I don't know him. You've worked there. Yeah. I now met him because of that. Because I tried to support, I reached out in support of him because I know what it's like. You're trying to hold on to your business.
Yeah.
And you hear all this stuff. You hear that, Kanye West has taken 400 million from a PPP or, it's just insane the number. It's weird. Banks are helping banks.
Mm-hmm. The rich got richer and the poor got poorer during the pandemic. There's more billionaires during this pandemic than ever before.
It's insane.
Yeah.
And all he's saying is let's work. Now to whatever capacity that can be. We're trying to, like, I don't know that people understand. I'm not complaining. Listen, I know, but literally, like someone like me, someone like you, I haven't worked since March 18th.
Yeah. My last spot was March 15th.
It's really hard to live. Like, even if you had money put aside, it's gone now. You have 3 months salary as your emergency money. It's gone.
Yeah,
we
have
a situation in our house that literally, and then, my husband had a stroke and he had COVID and all this shit happened to us. So literally we're at a place where, hey, next month I get to pay our health insurance or our mortgage.
Yeah.
That's my choice next month.
Yep.
So until the world opens up, and I'm like, well, maybe I'm just not going to pay the health insurance. The mortgage company said, oh, well, guess what? We're going to give you a break. You don't have to pay your mortgage for 3 months. I said, that's wonderful. I said, you have to pay your taxes and your insurance. Okay, great. I'll do that. And then they said, after the 3 months is over, though, you owe us for those 3 months.
Yeah, it's back. They're saying that for all rentals, everything. And it's like, these landlords need breaks. The renters need breaks. I'm apartment hunting right now because the whole market has crashed. So I'm trying to find a bigger place for less than I'm paying now. Right. And I'm finding a lot of shit. And I have someone looking for me. So if I find the right spot, I'm deucing. I'm living by myself again. I can't have a roommate anymore. I can't.
Right. Well, especially if you're doing something like this.
Yes.
Because this is how I was thinking about you with a roommate. And you want to do this and you want to be yourself and you want to be, but you also have to be, kind and considerate, and maybe you can't go crazy. So if you have your own spot, it's better to do.
I can do my OnlyFans account.
Which is are you gonna do one?
Which is OnlyFan 1.
That fan is dead.
Oh.
Oh Lord, here we go. Okay.
But speaking of the fat Jewish, his uncle Chuck Schumer is really fighting with the Save the Stages project. So he's really fighting for us. So we'll see what happens.
Good.
But keep fight. But Donnie and those guys like to make waves too. So they like to cause. But it's great because you have to. Squeaky wheel gets the grease.
Well, quietly. It's horrible. It's literally killing. I was laughing so hard because people always go, well, we're all in the same boat. I'm like, bitch, you got a boat?
You got a boat? I have floaties.
I'm like, I'm Jack.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get on that door with that fat bitch and she won't let me on.
Yeah. I'm like, exactly. I'm on this fucking iceberg. Bitch, scoot over. No, it's my iceberg. You can't get on. It's mine. You fat bitch, scoot over.
And I mean fat in the most loving way because she's way skinnier than I am.
I love that. I love everybody, so I can roast. So it's
Look
fun.
what Lifetime gave me after I had a television show on their network. They didn't care. This was one of my Christmas presents.
Is that a lighter to kill yourself with or burn your house down? Like burning bed?
Remember what was in there originally?
Pills?
No, I think it was earbuds. Like
so you don't have to listen to the shitty shows on Lifetime.
This is what show business gives you. I should pull all the things from show business around here. Here's
hilarious.
Look at this.
Okay.
I should have a way better career. Look at this. This is when I used to do those Jerry Lewis telethons.
Oh yeah.
And it says, okay, look at it. Can you read?
Yeah, just hold it there. So Jerry Lewis has asked that no references be made during the telethon to the election, to Messrs. Bush and or Kerry, or to any aspect of the political campaign. Comedians are especially urged to be careful about this matter. Political references on our show, including the wearing of politically inscribed items, can result in serious consequences for the association. Your utmost cooperation is requested. Was that today?
I know, it's not crazy. Think about that. That was 1994, but I couldn't have been 1994. What a dick I am. That was when I started comedy. This was in 2004. Why would I inscribe it at the Beverly? That's when Robert Goulet took a shit in my dressing room and I couldn't go in there.
Hold on a second. Hold on. I got to grab this. Hold on. I just picked up the name you just dropped. Hold on.
He took a shit in my dressing room. That's the story. I literally
Robert Goulet. That's a great name to drop. I live.
I'm this young comedian, right? And they asked me to be part of it, maybe because I have a big nose and they thought I was Ava Gabor or I don't know, Ava Gardner, but
Ava Braun.
At least she knew how to pick them.
She got all the hot guy.
She got away. I think she got away. And I think she's my mother-in-law. Anyway,
well, I see that.
My mother-in-law looks just like Donald Trump, though, by the way. I wonder if I could show you a picture of my mother-in-law. Anyway.
I know Rose.
Yes. Don't you think
I love Rose. Yeah, that's funny because
she looks just like Donald Trump.
Oh, that's sad.
She could be a Trump impersonator. So I was doing this. I'll never forget. I was really honored. I love the old guard. It was at the Beverly Hills Hilton. I pull up. They sent a car. You open up the door. There's like 4 people there with an umbrella covering you. I walk in and I see Ed McMahon, Steve and Edie Gourmet. Like everybody has their own bungalows. Okay. Cute. And I'm like, oh my God, how did I overshoot stardom? Like somehow I missed it completely. Like I'm now with all these old people and I've had no success whatsoever. And I was in the middle of having a little bit from Last Comic and stuff. And we're walking back to my bungalow and I see Robert Goulet come out of his. Now, the cool part about it is I loved him. I used to watch Love Boat all the time. I knew immediately who he was and he still looked very dapper. He had his
he was very dapper.
Yeah,
like
so dapper. Yeah. And it was like, I was overwhelmed and amazed by the level of celebrity that I'd only dreamed of at this thing. And he stops and he comes out of a bungalow and I'm probably about 20 feet behind him. And then he goes into another one. And we have the little girl with the aid and the watch. And she's like, and I'm now getting close to my call time and I got my clothes and I got to get in hair and makeup. And my manager's like, we need to go. And she's like, Mr. Goulet is in your bungalow right now. And I'm like, well, okay. I mean, maybe he'll hurry. I don't think anything of it.
Right.
And literally, Christy, 15 minutes later, he comes out with like a newspaper. And he does this. And because I'm standing there in front of the door and he just goes, and we walked in and he had taken a shit that was so bad that they had to move my call time. And that's it. And I told that story to a friend of mine who was an ad exec. And if you remember, there was, I forgot what the company was, but he wrote it into one of his commercials where at 3:00, Robert Goulet would come over and like kick it was like a Grumbellies kind of thing. He
Right.
would rip your coffee off your desk or rip your posters off and ruin your day. And yeah.
That's why he was doing this to you. Like, good luck. I just dropped a deuce, bitch.
It was so funny. I was like, you don't know, like shit has no respecter of celebrity. That's what I can tell you.
Shit is just like COVID. It don't give a fuck who you are.
That's my paper cuts.
I'm a lady. I don't do none of that.
Yeah.
Oh, please. I think I've probably taken shits bigger than Caitlyn Jenner ever has after the Olympics.
Don't do any of that unless there's money involved.
Hilarious. Unless someone requests it on my OnlyFans account. Speaking of OnlyFans and thirst traps,
Okay.
Josh Brolin at age 52 poses nude on his Instagram. Did you? I'm going to cut to the picture right now.
Let me tell you something.
Oh,
I'm hot for that man since Goonies.
Oh, honey, he could get it. He could get it. And I like big monsters. I like men. Like, I like guys that could squat a building, you know. I like big monster looking motherfuckers. But Josh Brolin could get it.
Listen to me. His father could get it. His father is
right
too. I mean, I heard that though he and Barbara Streisand got a divorce. Is that true?
Yes, I heard. Yeah, I heard that. We're divorced. Hello, gorgeous.
Have a nose off.
Yeah, right. Oh no, I don't. I got nothing. I just got the average.
Yeah. I
got the mixed breed nose.
You're beautiful.
Oh, I wish I looked like you.
Wish you what?
Yes.
My gut. I'm gonna stand up and show it to you. Don't even wish.
Want to see mine? I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
My gut looks like a butt, so it wouldn't even be fun to look at.
I used to call those butt cunts. When the bellies would hang down, I'm like, it's a butt cunt.
That's why I have a punt.
And on the thirst trap thing is even Tyler Perry's getting in on the thirst trap thing. He's single and ready to mingle. Now he's doing the old creepy midlife crisis, posing with a bicep curl in the camera and taking a picture of himself in his mirror. Because, you know, every dude over 50 does this pose.
That's hysterical. Let me tell you something.
It's all about the bicep. I'm like, dude, there's enough. All the rest of your body ain't shit. Just because you ain't shit.
I love Tyler Perry.
I live for Tyler Perry.
Very, very, very sexy. I really do. Although I don't think I could have sex with him because I think I would be thinking he'd be going, hello.
Hello. Oh, hallelujah.
But I love him and I can imagine it. I just don't think I could.
Oh, I always thought he was so gay. And then I'm like, oh, maybe he's not gay. Because remember when he bought Oprah a fucking Bentley? I'm like, this bitch is gay. Because only a queen would buy a sister like Oprah. That dude, fucking Bentley.
He's just a sweetheart. Like, he does so much stuff he gives, and quietly, you know, except that somehow you hear about it, you know?
Oh, because people like to tell. That's why.
Yeah, they do. They run and tell all
So,
the time.
Tyler, if you're listening, Tammy and I need some cash.
It's my goal. It's on my list of life goals, by the way. Just no bullshit to be in a Tyler Perry movie. Then
big time. I even have a show idea I want to give to him.
Really?
Yes. I want to get it on his desk because I think he would be so into it because it's so retarded and silly.
Did you hear about the girl who took a poster, like one of those giant billboards out on his drive to his studio for like a year?
No.
It said like, Mr. Tyler Perry, please call me. I want to be in one of your movies. And finally he wrote her like, listen, stop wasting your money on taking a billboard out. But he did give her a part, I guess, eventually.
Yeah, to shut her up. I'm sick of seeing these billboards. Here's a walk-on scene in a shoe store. There you go.
That was always my big, it's so funny how you think Hollywood is. You think show business is. I remember when I first started comedy, calling big agencies and going, do you represent Tammy Pescatelli? thinking that they would go tell people, oh my gosh, who's this Tammy Pescatelli girl? I need
all they do is hang up on you.
we
You're like,
need
who?
to get her. Yeah, we like, you know what I mean? Just stupid stuff. I remember thinking, oh, I'll just get money. I'll save up for a billboard. And then I'm like, oh, you'll be Angeline with her pink car.
Yeah, still. Just like 94 and still with that fucking pink
she
Corvette.
hired people to drive around for her. Like, she hires young broads to drive around as her.
It's and also, but she also has like a gay dude that washes her car for her, and you see her standing at the trunk with the trunk open selling merch, and she looks like, you know, she looks like the Crypt Keeper. It's so sad. It's like driving Miss Crazy. It is so sad.
I keep this eye lifted more. I don't have a.
What do you want your eyebrows up here? You're perfect.
I need to get a little bit of filler in this side because look at the difference in the two.
What I want to do is get the eyebrow threads like Kim K, so it goes like this, so it's natural.
Okay, those things are a fake because I tried to get this.
Oh no, my client is a plastic surgeon. He's a god. He is a god. His work. You'll have to come see Chris, and he'll hook you up.
And I have two friends in DC that are married to two guys, and they're. Can you imagine dual plastic surgeon husbands?
My lift is better.
I would like to go to yours.
Yes.
It's so funny if you just. I want to suck the hair on my face.
See, I want to get this done right here. Just a little eyebrow lift, just to get the hooded eyes out.
Yeah, but I have this. Like, you know how to do your makeup.
Oh, I learned.
Right.
I've studied it like it was a master's degree. Because I'm like, I gotta fucking paint at this shit. Cover the pain. Cover the pain. Cover the pain. Sad clown. Sad clown.
I'm gonna give you my glamour shot pose.
Oh, I live. You remind me of that chipmunk or squirrel that's on that GIF where he's like.
Remember the glamour shot?
I also like this one too. Remember the high school picture?
Fun.
Speaking of someone who needs a makeover, Pete Davidson is removing all of his tattoos.
Well, he's got a lot, and I don't know why he didn't think about it before. Because he
was drugged out, whatever.
But I mean, I think that's one of the things. I love tattoos. I have none because I've never liked anything. I'm so fickle. I don't like anything.
I love sleeves. I think those are really hot. But on me, I'd look like a big fucking lesbian. Like a scary, hairy guy. Nothing wrong with that but if you're trying to get dick, it kind of deters it away from you. Because they think you have one. I'm like, no, I want one. Don't squeeze so hard, lady. You're gonna rip it off. But Lorne Michaels seems to be happy about him getting them removed.
I don't know. It's a lot of money. All that, you gotta think it through. It's so silly. My nephew has the spacers. Okay. He's 23. He's been doing spacers since he was 13. His mother let him do it. They're now about this big for real. Mm-hmm. He's decided he no longer wants them. It's 10 grand to get them reduced. Right. Mm-hmm. 10 grand. And he started a GoFundMe account, and I said it's a go fuck yourself account, because why are we paying for your poor choices? Like, get it
you
done?
Pay for your poor choice. You take responsibility and you work and save up for it to fix it. Listen,
in the 90s there was this big, it's like late 90s, was the barbed wire, because Pamela Anderson,
yeah, absolutely,
had it around, and I loved it. But I was afraid, and I'm like, I know I'm not going to like this after a while. So I used to write, and I used to buy like Hollywood quality fake tattoos and put it on and go out at night. I had a tattoo of an eagle on my something. You just get it and put it on and then go away. Yeah,
it's called lick 'em stick 'em. That's how you do it. Cracker Jacks. Those are the best tattoos. I'm so high quality.
Don't you want
Everybody hates my ballin'.
Go ahead one time and share it.
You know who has no sympathy for anybody? And I live. George Clooney has no sympathy for actors who think their job's rough. Oh my God, it's so rough being an actor. Oh my God.
I know. Well, you know what? I love George Clooney, but
I
he
live for him.
still tries to be an average, like just one of those regular guys. You know, I mean, I'm like, bitch, you are a millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire. Like you have that Casamigos. You really, it's just that whole Tom. I think this all comes from that Tom Cruise COVID rant. Which is true. We want to go back to work. So put your mask on, stay 6 feet away, because it will shut you down.
Yeah. By the way, because like George Clooney dropped 28 pounds and got really sick, got pancreatitis from this role that he's doing in Midnight Sky. He got really sick, because you got to drop weight and all this crazy shit. And he grew a beard, and I'm like, oh, I thought his wife was his beard the whole time. But this is George Clooney. I remember him on what was that show?
Roseanne?
No, way before. It was Double Trouble or something like that. It was Facts of Life. And then he was on Double
Trouble. You take the bad,
you take them both and shove them up your ass. But he's like, actors think it's so rough. He's like, bitch, you have a fucking dream job and you're fucking shitting all over it. But yeah,
you know who has a bad job? Literally, people who have to go to work with a canary.
Yeah.
That's a bad job. When you have to worry about whether that canary is living or dying so you can have air, that's a rough job. You can.
How about all these delivery boys and girls in New York City right now during the plague that were keeping us alive and not getting barely tipped and barely making ends meet? I'm like, these guys have a right to fucking bitch, not a fucking actor who's making fucking 6-7 figures.
Yeah, except that they're also eating some of our fries. Let's be honest.
Hey, you know what? We don't need them anyway because we're getting fat. They're doing us a favor by slimming down the portion. They're like, nah, she's fat. She shouldn't eat all this. Let me help her with that.
I get one fry. That's what happens.
That's great. I just one. That's all you get. That's it. One fry, and then that's it, and then it's done.
You have perfect teeth. Look at your teeth. They're beautiful. Mine are falling over.
Oh, mine are shift. Actually, I forget to throw up, so I just eat a lot, and then it just sits there. I wait for it to get sick, and then nothing happens. And then I have a food, baby.
Amnesiac bulimic.
Oh, exactly. But no, but Tom Cruise was right. It's like fucking just wear your fucking mask. If everybody wore masks, we could starting to function in our economy like semi-normal. We could start getting back to work.
Okay, so truth is I did get to go to work at a real, I didn't get to do stand-up, but I got to go film something in Los Angeles.
Right.
And there was a crew there, a separate crew than the production crew, that was a compliance crew. Yes. That literally you have to, because at any moment the health department shows up, it's like getting a grade, an A, a B, a C, and they see any violation, they will shut it down.
That's millions and millions of dollars out the door.
That's it. People out of work. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Like
we're trying to survive, and you fucking arrogant asshole with your fucking nose hanging out or fucking not adhering because you're too cool to wear a mask.
Right.
You're the reason. Yeah. We fought hard here just to get the gyms to stay open for our own health and sanity. Like not being able to work out really fucked me up. Not going on stage and not being able to lift weights. I was a disaster.
Yeah.
So being able to lift weights is helping me cope and focus so I can focus on all these podcasts and Zoom shows and stuff like that. So it's helping me stay sane and at least keep myself in a functional place where I don't lose it and just
right. Creatively. Well, here in this little town where I live of 14,000 people, allegedly, one of my favorite gyms, one of the guys who's an owner wasn't feeling good on a Monday. He went to be tested, but then he felt bad because there was nobody to teach his classes and nobody to take care of his clients. So he worked with his clients Monday, Tuesday, and on Wednesday, his tests came back positive. That little gym has had 42 cases.
Jesus. See how fast it spreads?
Mm-hmm.
Because one person.
But to his credit, he might not have been the one that brought it. He might have caught it from one of his clients who was already there and just isn't. That's the one thing, like, we track things down, but we don't know. Like, maybe someone's just not opening their mouth telling you that they had it.
Yeah. So at least if you wear a mask, you have some kind of prevention. Do you know what I mean? I wear mine as soon as I walk out the door, that shit is on. And I don't take it off until I come home.
I'm
Fuck
Italian.
that.
I've skeeved people for my whole life. I've wanted hazmat suits on some late show Fridays before.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine with me to wear a mask. I don't mind. It means bad breath talkers aren't talking to me. They have to smell it themselves. I brush my teeth more because I know when my breath stinks. It's fine.
I feel like the world's greatest ventriloquist when I'm walking outside and talking on the phone. Because what I do is I just walk like this and they hear the voice. There's no lips. And I'm just looking around and I am the greatest ventriloquist. Do you think people fuck with me then? No, they're like, this crazy bitch is talking with her hand.
Is that Christy or is that Jeff Dunham?
I'm
almost out of water.
Uh-oh. We're almost out of everything. Oh my God, we're out of toilet paper. Oh shit, go get it. Go. Could you go? Go get it. All right. Speaking of COVID, Queen Sharon Osbourne has tested positive for COVID-19.
I just love her. And I love that she has made the decision to quarantine elsewhere outside of Ozzy because she loves him so much. Meanwhile, my husband had COVID and he stayed right in the house because he must hate me.
Well, to his credit, he did bite the head off a real bat back in '84. So he probably's had the vaccine this whole time. Ozzy is the vaccine, everybody. Lick Ozzy's armpit. You will live.
I miss their show. I love
the Osbournes was the greatest reality show. That show is what put family reality shows on the market.
Yeah,
because
it was the greatest.
It was before, because of the Osbournes made it for the Kardashians and Gene Simmons with Family Jewels and all that shit. Yeah. Because of the Osbournes.
Yeah. And then they have a show now with just Jack and Sharon and Ozzy where I forgot what it's called. It's just like they explore like weird stuff. Like
Sharon!
Like, you think it's real? And it's cute. You can tell he just sits with them in their theater room.
He's so adorable.
Some funny videos.
Oh, they're so adorable.
Yeah, just love them all.
I just want to gobble them up. They're just so adorable. But Sharon, please get better soon because we love you, lass.
How soon?
And here's people that are reaching for fucking ratings. Reputed mobster pleads guilty to attacking ex-Real Housewives of New Jersey star Dina Manzo's husband.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm 100.
You know him?
Brazilian. Let's just say this. They're like saying the Lucchese crime family. There's no more mafia anymore. Okay?
No, they're gone. They're gone.
They all ratted on each other. They literally were elves on the shelf. You had to beat them to shut them the fuck up. No.
Mob on the knob.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's such a weird thing that every Italian is a gangster and every Italian is a mobster. And just because I had to make a phone call to Brooklyn to get my PS5 for my son doesn't mean that I know gangsters.
Yeah, sometimes it happens. You might have known somebody at a Walmart. You don't know. I don't know. Hey, Hooker was dead when I found her, officer.
Listen. It's all about respect anyway. That's why.
Yeah, but it's just so funny. I'm like, they're trying so hard.
Well, they're not even, none of them are on Real Housewives anymore.
No, so Dina's been gone for a long time.
Yeah. Supposedly to beat up her boyfriend, but he was cheating on her anyway. So why would he care if she had a boyfriend or not? I'm very confused.
It's all because people need fucking attention.
Oh my God. Yes. Hello, social media.
Yeah. Hello. It's just like, hello, social media. Are you there? Caller, are you there? Caller, you're on the air. Caller.
You should have callers.
I should have callers. That'd be fun. I need my own. I want my own talk show. I had it written a few years ago, like a late night talk show.
You need like one of those radio call-ins where you do sex advice.
Or just like, well, I have a show that I've written and I want to pitch it. I will tell you off camera because it's so funny that somebody will fucking steal it. And
they steal everything.
I know, but I will tell you off camera because you will probably want somehow to be a part of it because it's just a great idea and it's so me and my mentality and it's a great idea and I want to run it by you off air.
Okay.
So I just want to say before we go, I want you to I love you so much, first of all.
I love you.
Please come back and do the show again with me, please.
I will.
Okay, good. Yay. All right. So Tammy Pescatelli, the queen, tell us where you're going to be, if anywhere, and plug all your social media for everybody so they know where to follow you and find you.
I am going to be in my basement doing laundry. And if you follow me there, bitch, you're going to get killed. But you can catch all of my specials now. I moved one off of Netflix. It's on Amazon Prime. I have like 2 specials and part of other specials in a movie I was in, That's Amore. So look for Way After School Special, Finding the Funny, That's Amore, all on Amazon Prime. Plus you get free shipping.
Fantastic. And what are your social media so they can follow you, darling?
At Tammy Pescatelli everywhere. And if you can't figure it out, just Google Italian female comedian Tammy and it'll show up.
Yes. I love you so much, Tammy. And we will be here every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. on governorsradio.com. And if you missed that, we're also repeat on Thursdays at noon on my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/c/ I can't even talk /Christy Miller Comedy.
There you go. And I almost had my baby on at Governor's backstage because I was on stage the night before I gave birth, 9 months pregnant, doing 2 shows at Governor's, and I thought my back hurt, and I almost gave birth to my son in the toilet. So there you go.
Well, there's worse places you could be born.
I would have had to call him Governor.
Oh, Governor. All right, this has been Christy Unleashed without JC Bass, with special guest host, rock star, superstar Tammy Pescatelli, and we will see you next Wednesday. Merry Crema!